Ten.
Sliger take studio.
7, 6.
Sliger camera 1, mics 1 and 2.
3, 2, 1.
Take studio.
Good morning, MCHS, and welcome to another episode of MCTV News. I'm your host, Eric Melnychuk.
And I'm Jane Piche. On today's episode, Ethan Boissonnault brings us a look at the MCHS Christmas celebration. Jordan Ingram Harvey helps us discover the best ugly Christmas sweater of the year. Jared Matyjanka heads to the MCCC for the Notre Dame Christmas concert, and Eli Sliger tells us who we should have cheered for in this year's student-teacher hockey game. But first, here's our top story.
On December 22nd, the MCHS and Primo bands came together to perform the Christmas carols under the guidance of MCHS band teacher Karina Cormier. The event at the Morinville Community Cultural Center was well attended, and Ethan Boissonnault was here to bring us this report.
For many years, the GHP band and the MCHS band joined together in December to create a Christmas-themed concert. It puts many people in the mood for Christmas time.
This is our annual Christmas concert. We combine with GH Primo School and ourselves, and it's just to showcase all the Christmas music that we've worked on throughout the year. We do it every single year.
Truly, the band is, or at least the MCHS band and the Primo band, both wonderful. So, might as well come out, watch, support the group, listen to some music. Can't go wrong.
Many parents are excited to see their kids up on stage playing many different Christmas songs.
It's a good way to see the progression of the music programs. You get to see from grade 7, grade 8, grade 9, all the way through 12. So the parents can see where their kids are going to go in the future in music. So it's a great way to, promote music and combine the concerts. I think it's just a nice way to do it.
The band students have practiced very hard to learn the songs that they play at this Christmas concert.
I've been in band since I've been in grade 6, so about 7 years, and I play the alto saxophone. I think we're doing about 5 songs, including songs like slower ones like Away in the Manger and more upbeat songs like A Gleeful Christmas.
The MCHS band teacher has been teaching students Christmas songs for this concert for many years.
Well, I've been doing this particular concert, the Christmas one, since I started at MCHS, so probably about 16 years ago. And we haven't always combined. Only the last 5 or 6 years we've combined schools. And my favorite part, I don't know. I like it all, and I like that we can be proud of what we've accomplished.
This Christmas concert had a great turnout as usual. This has been Ethan Boissonnault reporting for MCTV News.
Even though the spirit may still linger, Christmas has passed, leaving memories of good, delicious meals as well as many festive gatherings. Reporter Ethan Boissonnault shows us how MCHS's annual Christmas celebration was put together for staff and students in the building.
The annual Christmas celebration took place December 22nd on the last day of school before winter holidays. At the celebration, there are students that speak to the crowd about the meaning of Christmas.
This year I'm speaking in the Christmas celebration, and that's really important to the school just because it's really important to be thankful for what we have and always recognize what Christmas is truly about, the birth of Jesus Christ, and not just all about the presents and Santa Claus and all that.
I think for the speeches, I think they're important because, they set the mood, almost, and, explain things more than what some people know.
There's a lot of planning and hard work that is put into this celebration to make it as successful as they have made it this year and previous years.
Probably been planning for about a month and a half, and it's one of those kind of things that you do for just school spirit and to make sure everybody has a good sense moving into the holidays about what Christmas is all about.
Every year, the students are excited to see the teachers do their annual dance. This puts everyone into a Christmas mood.
I walked in on them once while they were rehearsing, and it looked so cool. It's I just can't wait.
You know what? It's a lot of fun. I like it all. Christmas is that time of year where it really warms your heart to be, part of anything, and it's a lot of fun to get up there and dance and be a little silly once in a while as well. So it definitely is a highlight.
This celebration lightened up a lot of people just before the Christmas holidays. This has been Ethan Boissonnault reporting for MCTV News.
Welcome back. Judging by the weather over the past few days, January definitely has been showing its Canadian winter colors. Here to let us know about these icy conditions is MCTV meteorologist Eli Sliger.
Thanks, Eric. So first we're going to look over here at the weather across the country. So up here in Whitehorse, we got a low of negative 26, and in Yellowknife we got negative 33, and in Vancouver we got some better weather looking at 5, and in Regina we got negative 23. Looking at Winnipeg we got negative 21, and now we're going to look at the other. So we got 8 in Montreal and 8 in Halifax as well, and a 0 in St. Joe's. And in Iqaluit we got a low of negative 23 as well. Now let's take a look at your provincial forecast. We got negative 29 up here in high level. In Fort McMurray we got negative 24 as well. Grand Prairie negative 29. In Edmonton we got negative 23. It's going to be a cold one all across the province. Negative 16 in Jasper. Negative 23 in Red Deer, and negative 16 in Banff, as well as negative 23 in Calgary, and negative 19 in Medicine Hat. So it's going to be some really cold weather in the province, so make sure to dress for the weather. Now looking at your current conditions. We got negative 29, the wind is moving at negative 29 degrees Celsius, southeast at 4 kilometers an hour. The relative humidity is 61%. The sunrise was at 8:48 a.m. and the sunset's going to be at 4:37. Now looking at your 7-day weather forecast. On Friday we got a low of negative 24 and also a high of negative 24, so it's going to be a cold one on Friday. Make sure to dress for the conditions. On Saturday it's going to be a low of negative 3 and a high of negative 13. On Sunday it's going to be a high of negative 11 and a low of negative 18. On Monday as well it's going to be a high of negative 7 and a low of negative 10. On Tuesday we're looking at some better weather with a high of negative 3 and a low of negative 7. On Wednesday we're looking at a little bit better weather in the higher region, in the high part of the day, with a negative 2 and a low of negative 9. On Thursday we got negative 4 and a high of negative 9. So it's going to be a chilly one out there. Take it back on the studio.
There are many different and unique traditions held here at MCHS every year, along with the turkey dinner and many other activities. MCHS is proud to put on the Ugly Christmas Sweater Day, where students and the staff are able to showcase their tackiest creations. Jordan Ingram Harvey brings us this report.
Ugly Sweater Day has been a long-standing tradition at MCHS. Students and faculty really enjoy dressing up and spreading Christmas cheer around the school.
It just kind of brings a smile to your face when you see it. Even if you're thinking, I would never wear that in a million years, but you see someone else wear it and it just kind of puts that smile on your face, and yeah, that's kind of cool. That's kind of neat.
I've gotten a lot of high fives, and a lot of people that I don't normally talk to are like, "Oh, I love your sweater." So it opens up the lines of communication.
Ugly sweaters are ugly, but how ugly would these people rate their sweaters?
I would say they're probably fairly generically ugly, as you buy them in a store, and they're not like kind of custom-made ugly sweaters, but they're ugly enough to do the job they are meant to do, which is be ugly.
Sweater, I'm not sure if I would call it ugly. Is it more kind of cute, wouldn't you say? Like, but I would put it in the mid factor. I'd give it probably a 5.
It's super okay. First of all, it's made with a lot of love, so it can't really be that ugly. But this is the creepiest thing ever. It's the shape of my daughter's hand as a reindeer, and it's sketchy.
A lot of people really enjoyed wearing festive sweaters on this day, and it's going to be a tradition going on for quite a while. For all of us here at MCTV News, I'm Jordan Ingram Harvey, reporting.
Welcome back. Here to talk about the latest scores in NHL, NBA, and NFL is MCTV sports analyst Eli Sliger.
Thanks, Eric. Looking at last night's game in the NHL, the Ottawa Senators took their matchup against the Toronto Maple Leafs with a nail-biting 4-3 win, and the Minnesota Wild won a low-scoring affair against the Blackhawks 2-1, putting them 2 points up on Chicago for the final playoff spot in the conference. In the NBA last night, the Timberwolves took the win in a 104-88 decision against Oklahoma City. The LA Clippers blew out Golden State 125-106. Lou Williams scored a career-high game with 50 points. The Utah Jazz were just able to squeeze a victory against the Wizards 107-104. The Miami Heat beat the Pacers 114-106, and the Bucks won against the Orlando Magic 110-103, in a large part because of Giannis Antetokounmpo's 26 points effort. The division round of the NFL playoffs happened this weekend, with Atlanta heading to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. The Patriots host the Titans, Jacksonville heads to Pittsburgh, and New Orleans Saints takes on the Minnesota Vikings. Coming up next, grade 12 students of MCHS once again tried to beat the staff team in what has become a tradition just before Christmas break. And I headed to Ray McDonald Arena to bring you this report. With this year's student-teacher hockey game, we saw many sorrow faces from the students in the game as well as the ones watching, as the students once again lost this year. The coach of this year's student team, Stephen Van Sevenan, gives props to the teachers, though, for their win in this year's game, and believes that it was well-deserved.
Could have gone a little bit better. We were a little bit unprepared out there. I think we underestimated the team out there. They're a good team, but we hustled hard. I think it was a pretty good effort on our part.
Student Tyler Watson, as one of the goalies in this year's student-teacher hockey game, believes that the game could have gone a lot better if some of the students would have not only thought about themselves in scoring, but worked together as a team in scoring their goals.
I feel like the students, they could have done a lot better with just working as a unit, because this year it was all about like, oh, I gotta score, oh, we gotta, like, it was all about me kind of thing. So I just think that if we stuck a little more together, it would have been a lot easier.
The teachers gave no chance to the students as they blew them out on the scoreboard, and it's no doubt that the teachers came out to win this year. And the proof is in the pudding with their well-deserved win in this year's game.
Teachers were ready to play. I'm not sure if I can say the same for our team. We got a little bit shocked by the competition. They came out, they were hustling hard out there, just crashing, hustling after the puck. It was a good effort by the teachers.
In conclusion, the students and the teachers both put out great performances that wowed the audience. But the teachers were just able to get that final push to take the W. For MCTV News, this is Eli Sliger reporting.
And now let's take a look at the daily announcements for the week of January 8th. Attention students, don't forget that next Friday is the last day of classes. Make sure all of your assignments are handed in before exams. Forgot when your final exams are? Make sure you check with your teacher or on the school's website to see when you write between the dates of January 22nd and 30th. Don't forget to keep using the hashtag MCHSHouse on social media to share your positive experiences here at MCHS. Monthly prizes will be given to you, and you'll automatically be entered into the grand prize draw at the end of the school year. For these and all other school information, keep connected by listening to daily announcements in Block 2, log on to the school's website at www.mchs.gsacred.ab.ca, or by following the school on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. As well, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching MCTV Morinville.
Earlier in the episode, Ethan Boissonneaux brought us a look at the amazing performances by the Primo and MCHS bands at the MCC last month. However, this isn't the only Christmas concert held in our community. Jared Matyjanka brings us a report of the Notre Dame Christmas concert, which hilted the musical abilities of younger students in our school division.
Notre Dame held their annual Christmas concert last December. Ramon Rolston says why the Christmas concert is at the Morinville Community Cultural Center and how many years the Morinville Community Cultural Center has been home to the annual Christmas concert.
We have a large school. We have currently 515 students at our school. So having it here at the Morinville Community Cultural Center just allows us to provide every family with 4 tickets. This is our 4th year that we've been over at the Cultural Center.
Eric Campbell, a teacher at Notre Dame, explains what songs her class is singing and who chose the songs.
We're singing Mary's Boy Child and Ugly Sweater. Grade 4 teacher Annette Holterman chose Ugly Sweater, and Sherry Croston chose Mary's Boy Child.
French student Cale Large tells us his favorite song his class sang this year.
Probably The Little Drummer Boy.
If you have ever been to a Notre Dame Christmas concert, you might have noticed the French and English sing on separate nights. Miss Rolston explains why the two groups sing on separate nights.
It's a great question. It is because we just have so many students that we can't house the concert, everybody together. So we do 2 nights just because of safety reasons, so that we can keep our families and our students safe, and the congestion of the number of people coming down to a reasonable amount.
Miss Rolston and Miss Campbell tell us when they start practicing.
We've been practicing for about 3 weeks, so about half an hour a day for the last 3 weeks.
Our teachers have been preparing for concert probably for at least 3 weeks, if not 4. As soon as we have interviews in November, usually then it becomes Christmas mode and the teachers start preparing with the kids.
Miss Rolston explains the significance of having a Christmas concert.
Well, I think that our parents really appreciate it in our community. We have grandparents that attend, siblings, aunts and uncles, and for us it's just a great Christmas tradition that we can carry on for our school.
Christmas season over, the school is looking forward to next year's Christmas concert. This is Jared Matyjanka reporting for MCTV News.
And that's it for another episode of MCTV News. Join us next time for the MCTV finale, where Bradford Bullock shows us what the JV girls basketball team was up to. Melody K-Swadham brings us a look at the MCTV News class. Ethan Boissonnault gives us a look at the Nature Kids Club in the community. And Sydney Jones brings us a hilarious look at the bloopers that happened during the 24th season of MCTV News. All this, plus your 7th-day forecast next week, on our season finale on Thursday, January 18th. So this year for MCTV, in my opinion, has been a pretty good one, and I'm actually really excited to see those bloopers.
It'll be really interesting. There's a bunch of faces and just a bunch of. It's just had a lot of fun. Here's something for your bloopers. Well, I definitely think it's going to be a good time.
Same. All right. From all of us here at MCTV News, I'm Eric Melnychuk.
And I'm Jaden Piche. Thanks for joining in.